Hey everybody, on today's video we're working on the 7580. This fuel pump decided to quit. It normally the easiest way to tell is you can hear it working. So I turned the key on and it got warm and no fuel was getting to the engine, so it wouldn't start. So I got a new one and I just went with the same one it had just to make it easier. Would it have to be a HOLLEY race pump? No, but it was running great with this one, so I'll just keep it simple. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to detach the fuel pump from this bracket that they have mounted. Now this is obviously not the factory, a factory fuel pump setup. There was an add-on that you could get that would sit here with a filter and everything. And I think Dad said that was like 500 bucks at the time, if you got it from Allis. So you do see a lot of these aftermarket fuel pumps on here. So on this one you got to kind of use a long handled 1/2 inch on the back side, and then you can't use a socket on this front side because it bumps up against another bolt on the actual fuel pump bracket. But not too bad coming off. Going back on, it's probably going to be a little more of a pain, but we'll see. And try and do this without dropping things is always a bonus. There we go, got that one off. Yeah, so it's a long-handled Craftsman actually, and it's 1/2 on one side and 9/16 on the other. It's amazing how many times I use this wrench. It is handy. There we go. Get the other side. Just about done. There we go. Okay, so now we've got it loose. Make sure we don't drop wrenches or bolts. The ground wire already came off when we were messing with it, so no big deal. I gotta put a new one on the other one anyway. The hot detach looks like it's got a quick attach. So I'll take these hoses off, and there shouldn't be any fuel in this line because we weren't getting fuel, but just in case, little hose wrench here, put that one on, and then I'll put one on this one. But again, it shouldn't, as we hold it up, there shouldn't be any leaking, but I do have my drain pan down here just in case it does. So I'll get those hoses off and we'll be back. Okay, I got the new one on down here, and I connected the the red wire here, so then it can use that same plug that it was using before. And then on the ground, obviously that one was kind of old and going bad, so we'll put a new one on there. And oops, get in the right spot here. Make sure you got it snugged all the way up. Squeeze it good. And she's solid. So I can go ahead and hook that up. One less thing to have to do yet. Let me grab that nut. Got it here. Was that a half or a 9? I think it's a 9. Yep. And just about tight. There we go. That should be good. And then don't want to forget my hose clamp before I put this on. And it was leaking a little bit, so I just shoved it up here with the pliers actually holding it. So let's see if we. Oh, but look, it forgot that. That's always a bonus. Okay, got it seated in there. And then whenever you can, instead of using a screwdriver, use a nut driver. Well, if you drop it, it doesn't work good either, but less chance of stabbing yourself with the nut driver than with the screwdriver. And you can usually get better torque on it too. There we go. All right, got that one on. I'll go ahead and put the inside one on and we'll be back. Okay, so the last step before we try and get it running is we needed to bleed the system here, and that's, you do that with this little guy right here. As you can see, got fuel up there, and those things are plastic and you got to be careful with them. So we'll get that tightened back down and we might be running. Okay, so it wasn't quite bled, so I did have to crack the injector right there, and it did kick over. But since I'm by myself and I didn't want diesel going all over, let's see if she'll fire now. Hey, I think that's what we were looking for, huh? All right, let's go down and look, make sure I got that tight, check for leaks. Sounds good. Awesome. So there we go. New fuel pump on the 7580. And as always, take care. Thanks for watching.